Did you know that the very shoes you wear every day could be silently pushing wealth and prosperity out of your home? It may sound surprising, but in Feng Shui, shoes are not just ordinary items. They carry the energy of the road, dust, and outside vibrations with them. And when they are placed in the wrong spot, they don't just make your house look messy, they can actually drive away the god of wealth and cause your finances to slowly drain without you even realizing it. Hello, my friends. I am Feng Shui Master Chen, and for more than 40 years I have been studying and applying Feng Shui to everyday life. Over these decades, I have helped thousands of families fix what may seem like small Feng Shui mistakes, but which were actually blocking their luck, wealth, health, and happiness. With the right adjustments, I have seen lives transformed. People who felt stuck suddenly experienced abundance, harmony, and a renewed sense of peace in their homes. Let me be clear, Feng Shui is not superstition. It is a science of life energy, studying how humans interact with space balance, yin and yang, and channel energy so that wealth and blessings can freely flow. Even the smallest change in your home, something as simple as how you store your shoes, can open the door to prosperity and abundance. In today's video, I will reveal the exact places where you must never keep your shoes and show you how to organize your shoe cabinet in a way that not only looks neat, but also keeps the wealth energy flowing smoothly into your home. Stay with me until the very end. You'll likely discover that your own home is making one of these mistakes right now. And before we continue, type this affirmation in the comments below. I keep my shoes in the right place to welcome wealth and good fortune into my home. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Feng Shui Master Chen so you never miss any of my powerful Feng Shui tips for prosperity and harmony. Why shoes are so important in Feng Shui. Shoes may seem like such a small everyday detail of your home, but in Feng Shui they carry a much bigger meaning. Why? Because shoes are objects of movement and travel. Every step you take gathers energy, whether it's the stress of work, the noise of the street, or even the emotions of the people you've passed by. And all of that energy comes home with you, sticking to the very soles of your shoes. When you place them carelessly in your living space, you're not just leaving clutter, you're letting in chaotic and restless energy. Think of it like opening your front door, and instead of greeting your family or guests with a warm smile, the first thing they see is a pile of dust, noise, and disorder. That is the silent message shoes send when they are left in the wrong spot. In Feng Shui, everything in your home is part of an energy map. Shoes represent the outside world, and if you don't store them properly, they can block the flow of qi, the life force energy that brings wealth, peace, and balance into your home. Just imagine, would you want to drink clean water that flows through a pipe full of mud? Of course not. And the same principle applies here when your home's energy enters through cluttered shoes. The wealth energy that should nourish your family gets muddied and weakened. So before we move on to the forbidden spots where shoes should never be placed, pause for a moment and look around your own home. Are your shoes lined up neatly or are they scattered at the door? Mistake number 1, keeping shoes at the main entrance. In Feng Shui, the main entrance is often called the mouth of the house or the gateway of energy. It is the single most important spot in your home because it is where qi, the vital life force, flows in and begins its journey through every room. Just as your mouth takes in food and air to nourish your body, the entrance takes in energy to nourish your household. Now imagine what happens when the very first thing blocking that entrance is a messy pile of shoes. Instead of welcoming clean, vibrant qi into your home, you are forcing it to squeeze past dust odor and the restless energy shoes always carry. It's like drinking fresh spring water through a pipe filled with mud. It may still flow, but it's no longer pure. Many families, without realizing it, create a kind of dam right at their front door. Shoes get kicked off after a long day. Sneakers are piled on top of one another. Sandals block the doormat, and sometimes a giant shoe cabinet sits so close to the door that it nearly blocks it from opening. What may seem convenient in daily life is in fact a major feng shui mistake. The main entrance must remain open, clear, and inviting. It is not only about energy, it also sets the tone for your mood every time you walk in. Think about it when you open the door and see sunlight pouring in a clear hallway, and space to breathe, your body feels instantly lighter. But if the first thing you face is a clutter of shoes, your shoulders instinctively tense. It feels heavy, cramped, and stressful before you even step inside. Guests notice it too. No matter how beautifully decorated your living room may be, their very first impression will be formed at the doorway. A clean and clear entry radiates welcome, but a crowded shoe pile radiates chaos. Their energy, perhaps joyful and light as they arrived, can quickly be pulled down, leaving them uneasy without knowing why. On a deeper level, shoes carry street energy, dust noise, and the hurried pace of the outside world. To leave them right at the gateway of your home is like posting an army of restless guards to greet every guest and every new opportunity. In Feng Shui symbolism, it's almost as if wealth and blessings try to enter only to be blocked by leather and rubber soldiers standing at attention. There are also subtle psychological effects. Homes where shoes block the entrance often experience little but persistent annoyances, misplacing keys, rushing out the door, already feeling stressed, forgetting something, and having to turn back. These may seem minor, but they accumulate, shaping your daily life with frustration and delays. Over time, they ripple into larger issues, missed opportunities, stalled progress, and a general feeling of things just not flowing right. So, what should you do? The key is to treat your entrance like the throat of the home. It must be free, open, and breathable. Shoes should not dominate this space. Instead, create a designated storage area a little to the side, away from the direct line of the door. A small low cabinet, a neatly tucked away rack, or even a discreet divider can help keep the area organized while still allowing qi to flow smoothly. Remember, the way energy enters sets the tone for everything that follows. If the first breath your home takes in is clean and uncluttered, the entire flow of qi will be smooth, pure, and supportive. But if that first breath is polluted with dust and chaos, the rest of the home cannot avoid being affected. Your main entrance is more than just a door. It is the beginning of your family's prosperity. Guard it well, and you will see the difference not only in how your house feels, but in how your life unfolds. Mistake number 2. Keeping shoes in the bedroom. The bedroom is one of the most sacred spaces in your home. It is where you allow yourself to be most vulnerable, where you rest, heal, and reconnect with your inner energy. In Feng Shui, the bedroom must remain calm, stable, and free of outside disturbances. That is why keeping shoes here is considered a serious mistake. Shoes, no matter how clean they may look, always carry the energy of movement. They have been in contact with the outside world, collecting dust noise and unsettled vibrations. Even a neatly placed pair tucked into a corner is still radiating this restless energy. And the bedroom, by contrast, is meant to be still a sanctuary of yin energy, where your body and spirit can completely recharge. When that balance is disrupted, your rest suffers. You may find yourself waking in the middle of the night, tossing and turning, or waking up in the morning, still feeling heavy and unrefreshed. Over time, this half-charged state can affect both your mood and your health. Sensitive people often describe it as a lingering fog in their energy, a sense of something unresolved that follows them throughout the day. The effects go beyond sleep. For couples, the bedroom is also a space of emotional intimacy and connection. Shoes, with their external and unsettled vibrations, can subtly create friction in this atmosphere. Small disagreements can become bigger than they should be, and emotional ups and downs may appear without clear cause. In Feng Shui, this is called energetic interference. When an object is out of place, it sends out signals that disturb the harmony of the whole space. Think about it this way. One active object in a quiet space is enough to shift the entire balance. It's like trying to meditate while a phone keeps buzzing on the table beside you. You may try to ignore it, but your body still reacts to the interruption. Shoes in the bedroom function the same way. So what can you do? The golden rule is no shoes in the bedroom ever. This applies not just to outdoor shoes, but even to indoor slippers. If you must keep a pair for comfort, designate a set that is used only for the bedroom, kept spotless and stored discreetly inside a closed cabinet, far away from the bed itself. This ensures the bedroom energy remains undisturbed. Your bedroom should communicate to your body, "You are safe here. You can rest deeply." By removing shoes, you are removing the subtle but constant reminder of the outside world. What you gain in return is not just a cleaner room, but a stronger sense of peace and grounding. You may notice deeper sleep, lighter mornings, and a calmer emotional state throughout the day. In Feng Shui, sleep is not only about recovery, it is about renewal. A restful night resets your mind, strengthens your body, and prepares you to face the world again with clarity and energy. Protecting this renewal process begins with protecting the energy field of your bedroom. And one of the simplest, most powerful steps you can take is to keep it completely free of shoes. Mistake number 3, keeping shoes in the center of the house. Every home has a center, a spot that may not belong to any single room, but naturally becomes the crossroads where energy gathers before spreading outward. In Feng Shui, this area is known as the central palace. It is compared to the heart of the body, quiet, steady, and responsible for pumping life force throughout the entire system. Because of this, what you place at the center of your home matters more than most people realize. The central palace must remain clear, balanced, and free of disruptive influences. Unfortunately, many households use this space as a convenient drop zone, leaving shoes or even small shoe cabinets right in the middle. On the surface, it may seem harmless, but energetically, it is like placing a blockage in the arteries of the home's heart. Shoes carry mixed, unsettled energy from the outside world. When they are placed at the very center, their restless vibration doesn't just linger in one corner, it radiates outward to every room. This can destabilize the entire energy flow of the home. Instead of qi moving smoothly like a healthy pulse, it becomes fragmented, stagnant, and inconsistent. The results are subtle but noticeable. Family members may feel easily distracted or irritable without knowing why. A vague heaviness lingers even after cleaning. Tasks feel like they drag on. Relationships feel tense, and life in general seems to lack forward momentum. Just as a blocked artery doesn't stop the heart instantly, but gradually weakens the body, shoes at the central palace slowly erode vitality and harmony. Large families feel this especially strongly because people constantly pass through the center of the home. Every step across the blocked zone adds a small energetic disturbance, and over time these accumulate. The result is an atmosphere of low-level stress that no one can quite name but everyone feels. So how can you fix it? The answer is simple but powerful. Keep the center of your home open and clean. Avoid placing shoes clutter or heavy objects here. If your house design naturally creates an open middle space, treat it like a sacred zone. Let it breathe. A simple rug, a small plant, or even leaving it completely empty will help the energy circulate freely. If you already have a shoe cabinet in the center, move it to the side or against a wall. By clearing this one spot, many people notice an immediate shift. The home feels lighter, more spacious, and calmer. Just like the heart beats more easily, once pressure is removed, the central palace begins pumping clear energy to every corner of the house. In Feng Shui, harmony does not always require big renovations. Sometimes it is about recognizing the invisible importance of space and honoring it. By keeping shoes out of the center, you allow your home's heart to function as it should, steady, balanced, and life-giving. Part 6. Mistake. 4. Keeping shoes near the kitchen or bathroom. At first glance, the kitchen and the bathroom may seem like two completely different areas of the home. One is where you cook meals and gather with family. The other is where you cleanse and release waste. Yet in Feng Shui, they share something in common. Both are extremely sensitive energy zones, and that is why keeping shoes near either one is considered a major mistake. Let's start with the kitchen. In Feng Shui, the kitchen represents fire energy, the source of nourishment and wealth. It is often said that the stove is where money is cooked, because the meals you prepare here feed not only the body, but also the prosperity of the household. The energy must be steady, warm, and pure. But when shoes are left nearby under the fridge next to the stove, or even by the dining area, the fire energy becomes polluted. Shoes bring chaotic vibrations from the outside world, along with dust and odors. When this mixes with the kitchen's fire element, it creates imbalance. You might still cook delicious meals, but the joy of eating fades. The cook may feel irritable or fatigued while preparing food. Over time, this imbalance can manifest as wealth that arrives but doesn't stay, or as tension during family meals when harmony should be present. Now, let's look at the bathroom. In Feng Shui, this is the domain of drainage and release. It represents water that carries away waste, both physical and energetic. The goal is for negative energy to be flushed out quickly and cleanly. But when shoes are stored near the bathroom, this process is disrupted. The stagnant energy from shoes lingers, trapping what should have been released. The effects are easy to notice. Family members may feel sluggish or less motivated. There can be a subtle sense of discomfort, even if everything appears tidy. Emotionally, it can show up as restlessness or a lack of clarity, as though energy is being drained in the wrong direction. Psychologically, imagine opening your bathroom door in the morning and being greeted by a dirty pair of shoes. It instantly lowers your mood, even if you don't consciously register why. The danger becomes greater when shoes are near both the kitchen and bathroom. Fire and water are already opposites in Feng Shui. They need balance to avoid conflict. Shoes placed between or close to these zones stir up confusion in this delicate balance. The result is not dramatic disaster, but a string of small, persistent issues: lack of appetite meals, without joy mornings that feel heavy, and energy in the home that never feels quite right. So what is the solution? Shoes should have their own space, far from these sensitive areas. Keep them in a dedicated cabinet, hallway, or storage room. If space is limited, create a clear separation. Use a small partition, a plant, or even a screen to keep the kitchen and bathroom free from shoe energy. The goal is to protect the purity of fire in the kitchen and the cleansing power of water in the bathroom. Sometimes feng shui adjustments are not about adding more objects, but about removing obstacles. By simply shifting shoes away from these zones, you restore the natural flow. Meals feel lighter, family gatherings, warmer mornings, fresher, and the home more balanced overall. Bad habits in storing shoes. Even if you avoid placing shoes in the forbidden areas we've already discussed, there are still common habits that quietly disrupt the energy of your home. Many people don't realize that the way they store their shoes can be just as important as where they place them. Let's explore the three biggest mistakes. 1. Shoes pointing outward. Most families line up shoes so they're easy to slip on and off, which often means the toes are pointing outward toward the door. On a practical level, this makes sense, but in feng shui it signals an outward flow of energy. Think of each shoe as an arrow. If they point away from the house, the energy flows outward too. The result: good fortune, supportive relationships, and even opportunities may be symbolically pushed out the door. By simply reversing the direction, turning the toes inward toward the wall or into the cabinet, You invite energy to gather rather than scatter. This small adjustment sends a subtle but powerful message: wealth, luck, and harmony are welcome to stay. 2. Shoe cabinets that are too tall. Another common mistake is using a shoe cabinet that towers above head height. In Feng Shui, shoes are considered part of the earth element. They carry heavy grounded energy and should remain close to the floor. When you lift that energy up too high, it invades the part of your home meant for lighter, brighter chi. The effect is more than visual. A tall shoe cabinet can make an entryway feel heavy, compressed, and even overwhelming. People living in such a space often describe feeling under pressure, unable to move forward, or as though invisible weight is pressing down on them. Ideally, your shoe cabinet should reach no higher than chest or waist level. Keep the top shelves for lighter items, books baskets, or decor so that earth energy stays low and heaven energy remains clear above. 3. Old, broken, or messy shoes. Perhaps the most overlooked habit is holding on to shoes that are no longer in use. In Feng Shui, neglected objects carry yin energy, stale, heavy, and draining. Old shoes represent the past journeys and old struggles. When they pile up, they trap stagnant energy, clouding your space with confusion and indecision. Think about how it feels to walk into an entryway with mismatched shoes scattered everywhere, some upright, some lying on their sides. The space feels chaotic, and that chaos reflects inward. People in such environments often report feeling forgetful, unfocused, or indecisive, just like the mess of shoes at their feet. The solution is simple: regularly sort through your shoes. Discard those that are broken, donate those you no longer wear, and keep only what you use. Then organize them neatly, pairs together, all facing the same direction. This act of order is more than tidiness. It's a conscious way of aligning your home's energy with clarity and intention. Bad habits in shoe storage may seem small, but they ripple through your life in subtle yet powerful ways. Pointing shoes inward, keeping cabinets at a balanced height, and removing what no longer serves you all contribute to a smoother, lighter flow of chi. And when energy flows freely, your mind, health, and fortune naturally follow. How to organize your shoe cabinet correctly. Now that we've covered the forbidden spots and bad habits, let's turn to the solution. How to set up a shoe cabinet that supports harmony and wealth energy. Because in Feng Shui, it's not only about what you avoid, it's also about what you do right. First, consider the location. The best place for your shoe cabinet is near the entrance for convenience, but never directly in front of the main door. Think of the entrance as the throat of your home. It must remain open for qi to flow in freely. Position the cabinet slightly to the side where it's easy to reach without blocking the path. This way, you keep the space practical for daily use while allowing wealth energy to enter without obstruction. Next, focus on the design. A proper shoe cabinet should be solid and well built, giving the feeling of stability. Its height should be moderate, around waist to chest level. This follows the Feng Shui principle of keeping earth energy low and leaving the upper space open for heaven energy. Avoid open racks that expose every pair. Instead, choose a cabinet with doors that can be closed. This simple design detail keeps messy visuals and chaotic energy out of sight, making the entryway calmer and more inviting. Ventilation is essential. Shoes naturally carry odor and moisture. A cabinet with small ventilation holes or slats at the back or bottom helps airflow through, preventing stagnant energy from building up. Without this, unpleasant smells and heavy qi can collect, spreading throughout the house. Think of airflow as a way to keep your shoe cabinet breathing, just like the rest of your home. Add a natural energy filter. Placing a small green plant next to or on top of the cabinet works wonders. Plants naturally absorb negative energy and release fresh life force. They also soften the cabinet's appearance, balancing the heavier earth energy of shoes with the light upward energy of growth. Organization is just as important. Separate shoes into categories: everyday pairs, special occasion shoes, and indoor slippers. This makes daily life easier and reduces clutter. Keep pairs aligned neatly, all facing the same direction inward, so the energy they project remains orderly. Finally, maintain it regularly. Treat your shoe cabinet as part of your home's energy system. Replace insoles, clean the shelves, and discard broken or unused shoes. Use natural deodorizers such as cedar chips or baking soda pouches to keep the air fresh. By doing this, you ensure that the qi in your entryway is light, flowing, and supportive. A well-organized shoe cabinet may seem like a small detail, but it sends a powerful message: your home is cared for. Your energy is clear, and you are ready to welcome prosperity. We've now uncovered some of the most overlooked yet powerful Feng Shui secrets hidden in your shoes. Let's quickly recap the key points. There are 4 places where shoes should never be kept: at the main entrance, where they block the gateway of energy; in the bedroom, where they disturb rest and intimacy; in the center of the home, the energetic heart of the house; near the kitchen or bathroom, where they weaken wealth energy and pollute cleansing energy. And remember the 3 common bad habits: shoes pointing outward, symbolically pushing good fortune away; shoe cabinets that are too tall, pressing heavy earth energy into your living space; holding on to old, broken, or messy shoes that trap stagnant qi. The truth is simple: a small change in how you handle your shoes can completely transform the energy of your home. By placing them thoughtfully, organizing them properly, and clearing out what no longer serves you, you invite harmony, health, happiness, and prosperity into your daily life. Now it's your turn. Are you keeping shoes in any of these spots? Share your experience in the comments so others can learn too. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Feng Shui Master Chen for more practical wisdom on creating a home filled with light and abundance. Finally, let's end with a powerful affirmation together. I choose to keep my home tidy, clean, and open to welcome wealth and good fortune.